should be in council chambers, and all the councillors in CHAWAMA should be at Lusaka City Council chambers.
Thank you so much, my leader. You have elaborated very well. But today we want to dive so much into getting to know who POTPHER TEMBO is, because right now there are thousands of people that are watching on YouTube, that are watching on Zoom, on Facebook, and they have been wondering who this candidate for CHAWAMA constituency under the United Party for National Development is. And so the first question that I want to ask you, Honorable POTPHER TEMBO, is just under 2 minutes to tell the Zambian people who is POTPHER TEMBO.
POTPHER TEMBO was born in Nyimba on the 4th of October 1972. And what are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you. Go ahead. Yes.
Thank you. POTPHER TEMBO was born on 4th October 1972 in Nyimba district, Eastern Province. Married to Chero Mjivero Tembo with 2 children, educated from grade 1 to 12 at Nyimba Secondary School. Later went to Evelyn Horn College, did journalism and public relations, proceeded to do banking and finance, studied diplomacy and international relations, also did psychosocial counseling, and holds a honorary doctorate degree in political science from Gideon Robert University, worked in Mozambique, and also was once served as councillor in CHAWAMA Ward 2 from 2011 to 2016, and proceeded to become deputy mayor of Lusaka from 2014 to 2016, and the part of the team served as mayor of Lusaka, and I am an aspiring candidate for UPND, a front runner for that matter, in the 2021 parliamentary elections in CHAWAMA, where I'm slated to win with a landslide victory because of my grassroots politics, the works that I did in CHAWAMA when I was councillor, where I found 1 third road and left 18 new third roads, built CHAWAMA police station, built embassy police post, also made sure Mrs. Police Post was constructed, and brought in just like Embassy Mall, Cosmopolitan Mall, and made sure that the police force and police stations in CHAWAMA had vehicles, and now they have none. And I am a kind of a person who is a team player, a person who is not a tribalist, a person who is people-centered and likes women and youth empowerment. Senga by tribe. Thank you.
Oh, wow. That's the most impressive resume I've ever seen. Wow.
He has spoken like Barack Obama.
Oh my God. No one can match that. Oh my God.
Well, in CHAWAMA, I can assure you, if elections were brought today, we are going to scoop by 5% because of what we did in the past, what we are doing now, and our campaign is not done in the streets. We have no time to tear people's posters. We have no time to remove people's billboards. Our time is to canvass for HH's votes, because POTPHER TEMBO's victory without HH's victory is nothing. And we are encouraging marketeers, we are encouraging youths and women to come on board on the 12th of August and begin by voting for HH. First, our motto in CHAWAMA is President Pakwanja, Mayor Pakwanja, MP Pakwanja, Councillor Pakwanja, and if they forget that, they should say President UPND, Mayor UPND, MP UPND, Councillor UPND. We want a suit on 12 August. We are encouraging our people not to look on the color, because we know of some political parties that are also in the opposition like us, but they are busy tearing apart UPND, and also they are busy talking bad about Hakainde Hichilema, as if he's the one who has made the inflation to be high, as if he's the one that has made Mill to be at 145 kwacha, as if he's the one who has brought unemployment among the youths, as if he's the one who has brought load shedding, as if he's the one who has brought the economy of this country to its knees. So we believe that some of these political parties, we are afraid that the registrar of societies was able to register them with the color red. But we believe that that was done in order to confuse our voters. But we are equal to the task as people of CHAWAMA, that when we get at CHAWAMA Primary School to vote, Chimwemwe Primary School and several other polling stations in CHAWAMA, we are not going to look at the color on the ballot paper. We are going to look at Pakwanja. Pakwanja, that's where we are going to look and make sure that with President Pakwanja, we go to Mayor Pakwanja, not on the color. We go to MP Pakwanja, not on the color. We go to the council Pakwanja on the color. That's when we, the people of CHAWAMA, we join again around 18 hours, so that we make sure we protect our votes and will not live 100 meters away from the polling station after 18 hours, because it's gone when we used to go and sleep after voting. This time there is no sleep coronavirus or no coronavirus. Our people will be 100 meters away from the polling stations to make sure they see what is going in and what is going out, because this is what was lacking. Because we make sure by 22 hours or 23 hours on the 12th of August 2021, we should be able to take the victory of UPND in CHAWAMA and across the country.
Thank you so much, my leader. Thank you so much, Honorable. That is well explained, well elaborate. Madam Pumulo, last time that we talked to you and me, you had a question posing the candidates on violence. Maybe this is the perfect opportunity to bring that in.
Okay.
The issue of violence?
Yes.
Well, as UPND, like you noticed in Mandevu constituency, Munali, and Kanyama, when our leader, the incoming president of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, was conducting the shows, he made sure the law was followed by getting the police permits, by getting the COVID-19 certification with the relevant institutions, but we were followed by the PF, like the case because the police sided or always side with those that have documentation, and the UPND had documentation. Well, we were together with those that attacked us. We have said it, but then going forward, we in the UPND do not take violence as a tactic to win elections. We do not take violence as a means to ascend to power. We have no time to do that. That is why even in CHAWAMA, one PF thug is on the record of saying, not because we are not sticking, but because this thug is the one who is removing our posters. And we have not retaliated because we believe that UPND is a peaceful party. In CHAWAMA, we have peaceful youths, very organized youths. And when we vote for UPND and you vote for POTPHER TEMBO in CHAWAMA and our councillors, within 48 hours of being in office, you will not see youths at CHAWAMA market. When I say youths, I mean thugs at CHAWAMA market or CHAWAMA bus station. You will not see them at Snow White, because some of them that are employable will give them jobs, and those that are not employable, they will be removed from the streets of CHAWAMA. They will be removed from the markets, and we'll make sure we depoliticize the markets, because those are the source of violence. We'll make sure we don't call our cadres, our supporters, cadres. In CHAWAMA, we call our followers, supporters, give them jobs at ZESCO, give them jobs at ZRA, give them jobs at council, and make sure those that qualify get incorporated into government institutions, so that we do not have a repeat of what is happening now, which has been a source of violence. So UPND in CHAWAMA has zero tolerance to violence. And we do not believe that when we use violence, it can be a tactic for us to ascend to power. We cannot use youth, someone's children or someone's child to go and commit violence when the children of politicians are going to school, are enjoying meals at home, and we use other people to commit violence. So we condemn violence in strongest terms, and it is not our tactic to win the elections.
Thank you so much, my leader. I want to also ask this question. In your own opinion, the MP, former MP, Honorable Lawrence Sichalo, served the constituency of CHAWAMA. Did he deliver to your expectations? And the second question is about your major contender, your major competitor in this race, Honorable Tasira Lungu. How do you look at her as a candidate?
No, actually, the former MP, both the former MP and the current aspiring MP were in the same boat, and they represent a group of leaders that have failed CHAWAMA. They belong to the archives of history of failed leadership. Say, for example, CHAWAMA since 1964 has had no secondary school. And when we are given that chance, we are going to make sure the secondary school is put in CHAWAMA. So the former MP, I think we all know what was known of and when he was known and what he was able to do for him to be known. It had nothing to do with what was put into office. Regarding the aspiring MP, she put up a stadium which the people of CHAWAMA cannot use because the fees are too expensive for the local teams. You and I would recall that CHAWAMA produced great international players, the likes of the late Debbie Makinka, the likes of Mishek Lungu, the late Charles Sofa, the late Kigan Mumba, even the renowned commentator, Mr. Mulinda Isaac. All these came into such public life in line of with soccer because of having free football pitches or grounds, if you don't mind. But then today we cannot have great players like those that I've mentioned because the so-called mini stadium, there are a lot of stories surrounding its construction. We are aware that the money for the toilets for the main stadium was misappropriated. Once put into office, we are going to make sure the culprits are caged. We are also aware that the mini stadium, it was not properly done. We are going to follow up the contractor, review the public-private partnership which was signed, and make sure it works.
Are you there, Honorable? We seem to have lost.
Okay, looks like it froze.
Yes. Anyway, those that's joining us on Facebook, YouTube, please comment below. Let us know where you are watching us from. This is Matomola TV, the People's TV, where we are determined to bring you live images, updates, and videos, and every information and detail
within the interest of the people of CHAWAMA, and I'll be maintaining the ground so that.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
What it is. We were trying to get a feel of what is happening in CHAWAMA. What is the message that the UPND parliamentary candidate, Honorable POTPHER TEMBO, Deputy Mayor of the former Deputy Mayor of the Greater City of Lusaka, also former area councillor for Ward 2, which is the biggest ward in CHAWAMA constituency. What is his message to his people? And you have heard him articulate, well, it was not clear in the end. But what you do in order to help such people like Honorable POTPHER TEMBO is to share this broadcast so that those that stay in CHAWAMA, those that have not watched this video, can watch this video and get to know what Honorable POTPHER TEMBO has for the people of CHAWAMA. Remember, we are also looking at other, items. We are questioning where the president is. Where is the president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces? Where is he? Okay. So you can also read out one or two of the comments that are coming from the people that are watching this live broadcast.
Okay. Thank you. So as I pull out the comments, guys, it's very important to share this live broadcast because this is the only way of campaigning. Because of the COVID, this is the COVID appropriate behavior. You'll probably not see Honorable POTPHER TEMBO soon in your neighborhood. So all of you, if you know someone from CHAWAMA, tag them in this photo, share this photo to them, or type, use the & sign and type their name in the comment section so people can hear. Honorable Tembo has a very impressive resume. He's the man for the job. Yes, I'm sold. Yes. I am sold. If I was near there, I would vote for him. If I was in constituency.
You need people with such a rich CV.
Yes.
What happened in our country is that we are voting for incompetent people. Now,
right.
Don't know. CHAWAMA, he has been a councillor for the biggest ward in CHAWAMA constituency. He brought about the projects we are seeing, Cosmopolitan Mall. He mentioned quite a number of things, roads, Mrs. Police, and a number of things. So you people who are watching from all walks of life, please we have a parliamentary candidate in the name of Honorable POTPHER TEMBO. Is a candidate that you can look for.
Okay,
When
one comment below from Muvita is saying, true, the nation should be updated on his whereabouts. We can't be speculating now for 1 or 2 weeks running without hearing anything. Why hiding the nation? And then Motino says watching from South Africa. And Mishek says PF has lost already. And then Chevo said he went out for quarantine. It's okay. If he went out on quarantine, he can just say that he was exposed with someone who had COVID and then he's isolating. There is no problem for saying that. In fact, if we say such a message, it will encourage other people to isolate those who have been exposed, because that's the right thing to do. Once you do the contact tracing and you determine that you were around somebody who has had COVID, the next step is you isolate, you quarantine for 2 weeks. So if that is the case, then why not tell us?
And you know, former leaders will pride. Okay, leadership is not about pride. When you know that there's something happening to you, don't afraid. Okay, I love the approach that Fisho Mwale, also the former mayor of the greater city of Lusaka, did. He came out in the open that he had COVID, and that actually it was yesterday when he was discharged from the isolation center. That gave hope. It gave courage to someone to say, when you have got coronavirus, it's not the end of the world. You can still overcome it. Okay, it can be one of the inspiring stories to learn that the president he has COVID and he has come out in the open and he has come out strong. He comes out alive. He comes out nicely. Those are the success stories we hear about. Look at UK. The economy of UK is very powerful. It is clean in UK. Everything is okay. You know, the health system is well much advanced. But we saw that the prime minister, okay, we saw what happened to Boris Johnson. He got COVID-19. Every step of the way, we kept being updated world over about what was happening to him. And when he came out, it was a success story that every time when he steps on the podium, he talks about it and encourages a lot of people that even you are going to overcome it. So that is the thing. We are not saying he has got COVID, but what we are saying is that his absence, his silence, he leaves room for people to speculate. At a critical time when we really need people like him to console the nation on what is happening.
Yes, and you are right. Whatever the case, we need to be updated. If he came around somebody who was COVID, who had COVID, and he's isolating, we need to be informed that he's isolating or quarantining. You know, COVID is not a disease due to being dead. It's an airborne disease. And it can infect anyone. It has no boundaries. You know, so the only thing that we need to do is practice COVID appropriate behavior. And you know what, we have to lead by example. If you are a leader, you should show your children. When you are sick, you tell your children, my children, I'm sick, whatever is happening. This is a country, we are adults. He's leading 17 million people, and right now the whole world is looking to Zambia for direction during this mourning period. But our president is missing in action. So we are here to say we demand an explanation for this silence of our president, of our commander-in-chief. We are in national mourning. We have a COVID pandemic, and we need him. If something is wrong, then there are people in his government who can take up the role and tell us what's going on. So we have our Honorable POTPHER TEMBO there. He's trying to connect, but we are here, guys. We are talking about the current political situation in our country. And thank you for your comments. We are reading all your comments. Don't forget to follow, share, and like the page. I don't know if Honorable POTPHER will be able to come in again.
Yes, he's trying to connect. Honorable, are you there? Are you getting us now? Yes, so you can just unmute your mic once again. We are not able to get you. The signal is clear, but you can just unmute your mic. Yes, the signal is clear. We are able to see you. You can just unmute your mic there.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, we are able to get you.
Yes,
so
yes.
As we wrap up, we come to the end of the program. We just want to ask you, what is your message to the people of CHAWAMA?
Are you able to hear?
Yes, we are able to.
Yes. You are searching for the signal. But I'm a signal. I'm one me. That's why we want change.
What is the question?
So we are saying, what is as we wrap up on today's program, there are a lot of people that are watching and they want to know what is the message that you have for the people of CHAWAMA.
Okay, I think let's just drop him. We are losing some clients because of we are losing audience. So I think we'll arrange for another day when we can meet Honorable TEMBO. Otherwise, I'll just drop him. So because we have a lot of people watching and they have questions. So Honorable TEMBO, thank you so much. And let's continue. So there are some comments here who says, watching you guys from Quito, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I love your courage. And some guys want some t-shirts. They want some t-shirts, and they also want a t-shirt from Honorable TEMBO. He promised them the t-shirts. And there's a lot of comments. We have over 100 comments. Yeah, so the people are very happy with us. They are saying Viva, you know, and just encouraging us. But they say, Elliot says, Madam, you sound like someone who's working for the Ministry of Health. I mean the terms you are using, like e.g. contact tracing. These are the terms that you have to be used with. For us, we had almost a year and a half of lockdown here in COVID. So we learned all this, you know. Every one of you, you have the internet, you have the phone, Google. Knowledge is power. Equip yourself with knowledge. So that's it, guys. And we are our time is almost up. Yes, Mr. TEMBO, a few minutes. Can you wrap it up? Any last words?
We encourage the youth and women of CHAWAMA to make sure they vote for UPND come 12 August 2021. And when they do that, they should ensure that the first person they vote for is Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. That's when they should think about POTPHER TEMBO, the mayor, and the good part of voting for Hakainde Hichilema with our symbol Pakwanja throughout is that they will have youth and women empowerment. They will have grade 1 to university. And they will make the people of CHAWAMA who have a school, who have clean water, and also that we cannot afford leading CHAWAMA. We can't afford.
Okay, I think we are losing him there. So, Honorable Matomula, you want to sign off? Here we are above our hour. Yes.
So we really thank you, comrades. We thank you, those that have been following us from the diaspora. Your support, the diaspora support has been so much overwhelming to you guys. UK, different countries, US, a lot of places, South Africa. We thank you for your support. We also thank you guys within Lusaka, within Zambia, within Northern Province, Copperbelt, Ruapura, and all the provinces of this country for following this podcast. We are going to post a comment and you tell us who we should invite as our next guest, because this program will be on until the last hour of the day of voting. And even at the time that you'll be voting, we are going to be beaming live incidences that are happening in Lusaka. So we will be giving you live updates. We'll be giving you live images. We'll be giving you the results as they come, because we have got thousands and thousands and hundreds of election observers that are under our watch, and they are ready to observe this election without fear of it. I think that's what I can say. Maybe if you can say something, and then we close.
Okay, so what I just want to say that Honorable POTPHER TEMBO said is about the colors. So there's a surrogate party of PF which is using our exact same colors for UPND. So Honorable Tembo said the very important thing to note when you go to vote is Pakwanja, the symbol. Follow the symbol. If you follow the colors, you might vote for the wrong party. And that was done by intention to manipulate or confuse people. And I think me personally, as a UPND, I want to take this matter up with the Register of Societies who allowed this party to use our exact same colors, knowing fully that these are our colors. So I think this is a deliberate act to confuse voters and steal our vote. So as we are campaigning, let's talk to people to ignore the colors now. It's not about the color. Pakwanja, the symbol, is what you're going to use. If you can read, make sure you read. If there are people who don't know how to read, help them read. Show them a sample of the ballot paper and let them show them the name, the correct spelling for Hakainde. You know, we have to have mock testing in our constituencies. You know, if you're a ward chairman, a councillor, you know, print some dummy ballot papers and show people what exactly the ballot paper is going to look like, because it's quite overwhelming when you're in the ballot box. Some people will be there for the first time, so we don't want to lose any vote. All votes matter. So that being said, I think we are going to go behind the scenes, guys. Follow this page, like this page, share. We are going almost 200,000 followers, and we'll be hitting it in the next few days. So we are so happy. Here we are fearless. We'll give you the real information in real time. And if there is any of the top officials that you want to feature on this program, you can email us or text us, and then we should be able to arrange to have that candidate here live. And Mr. Tembo, do you have any comments? We see him there. Can you unmute? You are on mute. You are on mute. So we'll try to do this again with Mr. Tembo next week. Thank you so much, Mr. Tembo. We appreciate your effort. Even if we had bad connection, let's try next week, maybe Monday.
We appreciate.
Yeah.
We appreciate both you, Madam, as well as Councillor Matomola, for hosting me tonight, and I wish everyone well, and that remember to vote for change, and that change should include Mr. Hakainde Hichilema in a suit form from the president to councillor. Should be a suit, and don't look at the color when voting, but look at the symbol, Pakwanja. And when you vote for Pakwanja, you have voted for free land in your own country. You'll have voted for a leader that will unite this country. You'll have voted for a man that will bring jobs to the youths and the women. We will have voted for a man that will bring free education from grade 1. Remember, CHAWAMA, we afford to have the same people becoming members of parliament, but from the same family. We cannot afford that. We need to vote for POTPHER TEMBO, who can be trusted. You can trust him. He speaks both Nyanja and English, because CHAWAMA people cannot afford to have a leader who speaks English throughout. CHAWAMA people cannot afford to have a member of parliament that does not reside in CHAWAMA. CHAWAMA people cannot afford to have a member of parliament who failed to put up a secondary school 5 years being in office and the daughter of the president. Because when you are the daughter of the president, you are privileged to put up a secondary school. So what promise can they promise now, which they did not do when they were in office, holding the same relationships? We are not going to demolish houses that are built along the rail line. We are going to make sure that if they want to demolish the houses built along the rail line, they should start demolishing Pindeco House, Bank of Zambia, downtown, because those buildings are closer to the rail line. So as member of parliament, I will not tolerate any demolition of the houses, which is currently on hold, especially near Shantumbu. They are on notice that any time they will have them demolished. I will stop that demolition because God has stopped creating land. I'll also make sure that the rhetoric which is happening at CHAWAMA Primary School, where they have started digging the foundation, saying it is a secondary school, when in reality there is no laboratory, there is no library to constitute a secondary school. We are going to make sure we clean CHAWAMA and make it better and best. So vote wisely on the 12th August, vote for future. The t-shirts we are giving you, while it is difficult for you to wear now, why can't you keep them and wear them on the 13th August when we'll be taking Hakainde Chirema at the Heroes Stadium for a big celebration victory before he will be sworn in at the High Court and later proceed to State House for a heavy celebration. Time for change is now, and that change is in Hakainde Chirema. That change is in UPND. Don't look for POTPHER TEMBO. When voting, look for Pakwanja and let it be uniform. Don't look at the color, because some parties probably have been sponsored to use UPND color. So look at Pakwanja throughout and defend your vote after 18 hours by being 100 meters away from the polling station. Remember, when you're going to vote in CHAWAMA and all over Zambia, start off early. 03 is not bad. Be on the queue. Remember, they might put in social distance when voting, meaning the queues are likely to be long. And against the time of closing voting at 18 hours. So when we go early to vote, like around 03, with a social distance kind of arrangement, you will have voted by 10 hours. Unlike going late, because you don't want to hear stories of ink is finished or ink has gone dry.
Thank you, guys. We have our Honorable POTPHER TEMBO giving us tips on how on our behavior during voting day. He has said, asking us to go in early as 3 a.m. Actually, here in the United States, we saw people sleeping in lines. They went to the polling station at midnight and they brought blankets and food and everything because they did not want to miss it. This election that happened in the United States last year was a life-changing election. People were determined to see change. In the same way, the same spirit should be with Zambians. We should be determined to come what may. We also voted in the middle of a pandemic. There was social distancing in the lines. We were wearing masks. And for me, I actually voted online. So we had the option to mail in our ballot. So my ballot, I sent it in 2 weeks before via the mail. So guys, be ready. Takuri kucherwa chiona napa 16 hours. No. Everybody, the early bird catches the worm. That's what they say. I'm so impressed with Honorable POTPHER TEMBO. He has struggled to come on this line. His line kept on dropping, but he would not forgive up. That is the fighting spirit that we need. We need resilience. How many times has that call been dropped? I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, wow. You know, his call has dropped even 10 times, but he kept coming until in the last try, he was able to speak with 5 minutes and give us a message. So thank you so much, sir. We are humbled and honored.
We are very much the spirit that a lot of Zambians need. That's the patience that a lot of Zambians need, even at the time that we'll be going for elections. Because trust me, it is quite frustrating to be in those prolonged queues or in the name of pushing in that ballot in the ballot box. So we need that spirit. And Honorable POTPHER TEMBO, we really wish him the best. Okay, and he has brought out quite interesting, and a quite interesting angle of looking at the political battlefield, where he brings in the issue that when you are there, just follow the issue of the hand. Go Pakwanja, do not look at the colors. I think that is what should be emphasized so much in the rural areas. A lot of our people in the rural areas must be told that do not vote for the color, vote for Pakwanja. If you fail to look at that, look at it where HH is, look at UPND. I think that is what is very much important. I think for now, we can just leave it here and we hope that tomorrow we are going to have another guest who is going to bring, an eye-opener to you as the electorate, because you are the deciding vote come this year. Okay, from this end, I think we are going to end here. We've kept you for an hour, and Zambia is not quite friendly where bundles are concerned. Guys, we really thank you so much for those who sacrifice their bundles and their time to just follow this program. We really thank you. And actually, at the time that we are going to have 200,000 followers, some of you are going to walk out with something. Yeah, so please stay on. Okay, because we still have. I can see a lot of people that don't share. Please share this broadcast. Don't have jealous for me and for Madam Pumi. Please, please, please. Queen Pumi must be made happy. Okay.
Yes, we are sharing powerful information, guys. This information is powerful information here. So share so that people know. People can be awakened by the truth. The truth will set us free. So thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. And thank you for watching. especially our local followers in Zambia, because you are the voters. So we need you to follow this page and share with your friends and family. Love you guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you.